The meeting is officially on. How's that?
Okay.
If we have a secretary, I see one sitting there. Did you take any notes that are of any real value for us for covering on this meeting from last meeting?
Right now, I have 11 people that are on this call right now. Is that correct, Bob? Can you see everybody?
2, 3,
I have 7 of us.
I have 7 as well.
There's Jeff.
Well, 7 people logged in, but obviously there's more than.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got Peggy, Bob, Dave, Liz, Eric, Joan, Margaret, Barney, Carolyn, and Russ. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, Brian's on his cell phone because he forgot to bring his computer.
Okay.
Well, he hasn't logged in yet.
He hasn't logged in yet.
No Margaret. Margaret here? No.
Momentarily.
So who you can see on the screen is who's been logged in to the call.
Well, he's going to log in via his cell phone.
Right, but he hasn't
Or he
yet.
could sit next to you, Russ.
Well, Richard's logging in now.
I suggested that, but I must have cooties.
Richard should be coming on now, and here comes Brian.
There's Rick. Ah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Richard.
There we go.
That's not Richard.
Rick.
That's Brian.
Hi, Brian.
And that's
That's Rick. I didn't know we had a Richard.
Okay, so Rick Swanson's online as well?
Yeah, looks like they're getting hooked up.
Yeah, there's Debbie and then, yeah, there they are.
Having a little better look.
Debbie's downstairs. So let me go over the meeting minutes from the last meeting, the general membership meeting minutes for July the 10th to 2020. The July Club meeting was hosted by Bob via Zoom video communications. The meeting was called to order at 7:30 by President Barney Mangold. 15 members were present for the treasurer's report. Treasurer Dave Penner reported the club total assets.
Can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, for the treasurer's report, Treasurer Dave Penner reported the club's total assets of 30 June to be $2,856.17.
Hang on. Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Unless you're the one that's supposed to be talking at this point, can you please mute your microphone? That's what's causing him to break up.
Hey, I see Brian.
All right, Dave said he was going to pay for the annual club insurance in the coming month. For the Vice President's report, Vice President Joan Stolberger discussed upcoming car shows that they planned on attending, the Ventura Nationals, which is September 4th through the 6th, the Westlake Rotary Classic and Exotic Car Show on September the 20th, the Boys Town Car Show on October the 4th. The meeting or the club members roster was updated, and Joan said that she would distribute it at the next club meeting. Moving on to club activities, Barney briefly discussed the Coachman Cruise and then recommended a club cruise for August. Bob and Peggy Beck offered to host a barbecue or bring your own dish to their house after the cruise. Barney was going to coordinate with Bob on event details. Brian Edwards mentioned that drive-in movies are also being shown at various parking lots in Ventura County area. Bob Beck briefly discussed past Hollywood stars that had attended the Wheels and Waves meeting at the Malibu Country Mart. He said that he's planning to attend the next event on July the 19th from 7 to 9 a.m. And the Wheels and Waves event occurs every third Sunday of the month. For the newsletter, please send automotive information to Rick Swanson for publication in the monthly newsletter. Rick asked members to send him photos and brief descriptions of parts for sale to be included in the newsletter. There was nothing for old business, new business, And then, of course, we had a roundtable discussion text session where members discussed what they had been doing with their Chevy over the past 3 months. First swap and sell, Meldick is offering free shelving, lumber, and melamine. And then Joan had mentioned that Jerry's truck was for sale on the VCC website. No 50-50 raffle, no members drawings. And then the meeting adjourned at 8:20. That's it for the meeting minutes of July the 10th. Over to you.
Sounds good to me. Anybody have any concerns or questions? Okay, all the shaking of the head says uniform. How about the treasurer's report?
Well, it's basically a ditto from last month. There's been no cash receipts or disbursements, which makes it easier. So the assets that Jeff I mentioned that remains the same. Maybe one correction to the minutes. I think I mentioned that on the insurance, given that there's really no club activities involving the cars, that was probably deemed advisable not to pay for insurance for the year. So I have not paid that, also given where we are calendar-wise. So I think it would be best to reassess when we go into 2021, see if things start to open up, and if we're going to be on the road in an organized fashion, then we would go ahead and renew at that time.
Hey, Dave, I have
No,
a question. I have a
Yeah.
question for you. That gentleman that had the Chevy pickup truck that was going to be sending you his dues for the year, obviously you said you haven't received any money, so he hasn't paid?
Unless there's been something in the PO box, I have not gotten anything delivered to my house.
Okay, because I still have him, and I've had him on the email list for the newsletter for quite some time.
You may want to
I
jot
can,
him
I,
up.
Brian, isn't that your old coworker?
What was that, Russ?
I was asking Brian if
yeah,
that
I
wasn't
can
his
cover
old coworker.
the answer is yes. That's Dave McClellan. So I'll reach out to him on Facebook. Or actually, I can text him. Don't worry about it. I still on mute.
Oh, look at that beard.
Yeah.
We got David coming on now.
Yep, I'm here.
Hi, David.
How you doing?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you. Got Lisa here too. Just a second.
Hello. I want to see my daughter.
I'm here.
Did you get the tree off of your driveway?
No, the owner hasn't come over. He said he was going to start cutting, but he hasn't yet. But that's okay. He's kind of not in the best physical condition, so we would be worried anyways.
Okay.
Well, we were, where were we? Dave just went through the treasurer's report. And
That was
you want to take it back, Barney?
I missed all of that. You guys have been frozen. I've lost half the screens and hearing all kinds of shrieky noises over my phone.
We're sorry.
Yeah, there's no money left in the treasury, Barney. Nothing to worry about.
Okay, no worries
I
there.
left and everything fell apart.
You know, Dave finally used the money to get his car on the road.
No, Dave is drinking it right now.
Wait till we get to the tech session.
It went to a good cause. Okay, well, I don't know where we're at on this. Did we ever finish our treasurer's report?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the VP report, and I hope I hear some of it.
I don't have a lot to report. The only car show that I haven't heard hasn't been canceled is October 11th at Santa Anita Park, the Road Kings.
I'll see if I can find out about that. I'm one of the members, but at this point,
Everything else that I know of up until then have been canceled, and till next year. And, you know, and I haven't, you know, the roster, yeah, I've got it updated. So I think is what I'll do is I'll try emailing it out to everybody. Since I do have everybody's email address, I think. So then you can print your own roster out or keep it on your computer or however you want to do it. And that, I think, is all I have.
Okay, dokes. Moving down to activities then, I guess the one onus is on me as far as setting up an activity for August, and I just have been busy all month. So I'll try and get something done before the end of the month and email it out to you if you guys want to just go cruise around somewhere without making contact, wave to people, and just have some fun, get out with the cars. So I'll spend the last couple of weeks taking a look at what we can do.
We have some beautiful wine country to drive through.
We have a ton of it up here. Was that David I heard?
Yes, it was.
Where do you live, David?
Kelseyville.
Hey, David, Barney's in your backyard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barney is in Fairfield.
Oh,
it's
yeah, that's
close.
by Sacramento.
Yeah.
The Codonasa Winery.
Yeah, we're in Lake County, Barney.
Carolyn.
You're in Lake County, okay.
That's where they're.
Yeah, that's over. Yeah, that's related. That's over by
Where'd Barney go?
He froze up.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
Barney's stuck.
The Wi-Fi at the hotel where he's at is a little slow.
Yeah. Okay.
Or is it Barney's a little
Keep
slow?
freezing up.
Could be a little bit of both.
So David and Lisa, how you been doing?
Working, and it's so hot here. It's like miserable hot.
And it's terrible. We have all this wine up here we've been drinking.
How hot
Barney,
did it get today, Lisa?
It was 106 when we got in the car after dinner.
Okay, that's what it was down. Well, it was supposedly 108 in the valley. Ours got up to 106.
And you know, we have to do outdoor dining, so David was practically swimming in a sweat.
Yep.
That's appetizing.
We offered to do a barbecue at our garage. It's got a big parking lot. We can get about 30 cars in there. We can
Wow.
social distance and we can still barbecue whenever you guys would like. And here in Oxnard, it's a little bit cooler than where you guys are.
Yes, that's true.
So that's still open. It's on the table for anyone if we want to do that.
You might want to send Barney a little note to that, Bob, since his Wi-Fi is kind of fluctuating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard what you said, Bob, on that one.
Okay.
So I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Just let us know a Saturday or a Sunday. We can do
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of my thought is just figuring a route where we can all meet at one place, drive all the way over to where you're at, maybe
Yeah.
spend an hour or two, and that's it.
Barney,
Pick
you're
us.
in Fairfield?
Yes.
The Codonasa Winery is there.
Which one? Which winery?
Codonasa.
Oh, there's quite a few up here. We found a lot of them.
Well, when I was in vet school and I was on my way home for Christmas, we'd stop by and pick up like 18 gallons of their red wine.
18 gallons?
18 gallons. Because one of my best friends, Andy Skipper's family, gave it away as Christmas gifts. And we always went down to their house in Beverly Hills and went Christmas caroling. So when Andy Skipper was at Berkeley, he'd take the wine home for his folks. When he transferred down to UCLA, then he had to rely on me. So I always had to leave enough room in the back of my 63 Chevy station wagon to throw 18-gallon cases of Codonasa red wine. It was actually pretty good. Plus, if you got the gallons back, you got a 50-cent recovery fee.
Man, I don't know. It's, with your age, Russ, that means they had to be back in the days of the Gallo wine industry.
Yeah, Thunderbird too.
That too.
Come
And
on
Red
now.
Mountain.
Don't act stupid with me. You know exactly.
Isn't that how NASCAR got started?
That was it.
Yeah.
Running booze during.
That was
prohibition.
moonshine, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
NASCAR's wine was a little stronger.
Yeah. I understand it would remove paint too.
The Jelly Belly factory's up there too.
Well,
Yeah, we wanted to go there too, but they're all closed.
Hey, Barney,
Oh,
you got
that's
a yard and a half from us.
we always look forward to stopping at the Codnassa Winery.
Excuse me. Okay, where we
You
at?
should look that up while you're there.
I'm sorry, who just said something?
I
That
said
was-
you should look up the Codnassa Winery while you're there.
Well, we can. We're going to be up here another couple of days.
Yeah, Debbie wants to know if Russ is getting a commission from them.
Yeah, the problem with
Not recently.
you got to make a reservation wherever you go, and so it's figuring out which wineries have reservations available.
Oh, you should be flexible.
Well, we are. It's just sitting outside. It's all
All right.
hot.
Hey, Barney,
Yes, sir.
you're only about 2 hours from us.
He just did a map quest. It's an hour and 56 minutes.
2 hours.
And their bar's open all the time.
Wow. Well, we may have to drive around. If we get lost, we'll give you a call.
So do we have a time limit on this Zoom meeting?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, 40 minutes.
No, not on
No.
mine.
Oh,
Not
okay.
on his, but we limited it to 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, we can run as long as we want. We've limited it to 8 o'clock, but I've got a commercial Zoom program, so it's
Oh,
limited.
okay, yeah. Got it. Thank you.
Okay, well, anybody else have any other activities other than the one I'll try and put together before the end of this month?
We're going to Solvang on August 22nd.
We're going.
Oh, you
What are you
are?
going to do up in Solvang?
Well, hence be the day the car show would be, but we're not quite sure what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, 22nd,
Okay.
we're going, we've got a car cruise we're going on with the Corvette Club we belong to.
We're going to Solvang too.
We're going to Solvang as well.
When's that?
22nd?
We're
You're
going to
going to Solvang on the 22nd?
Yeah.
Because that's your Corvette Club?
Yeah, our Corvette Club's going on a cruise up there. And then we're supposed to eat someplace at a restaurant out there.
Gee, that sounds familiar.
Well, it was supposed to be Wheels and Windmills.
Yeah. So I figured since it's an off weekend, there's no car shows, we get together about once a month with the Corvette Club to go on a cruise, and that's what they decided to do. So we're tagging along.
Cool. Good thought. Wonder where you're going to have dinner.
I've got an email I'd have to check to see where it is, but we're going there for lunch. So we're going to leave Ventura at about 9 o'clock, 9:30, and take the back roads up to Solvang and get there. I think our reservation's at 11 a.m. or 11:30. Excuse me, 11:30.
Yeah, but you can't eat inside a restaurant, right?
No, they're eating outside.
Okay.
We did one last month up in the hills in above
Ojai.
in Ojai, and it was outdoor seating, picnic tables and such. And so we had I think we had 15, 20 cars on that one.
Wow.
Wild.
So,
Hello, I'm back. Maybe.
Okay.
yeah, you never left us, Barney. You're still there.
Yeah. You guys don't see what I see here, though. You guys are all just frozen in time. I see this fan suddenly stopping above Jeff Jordan's head.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we could go ahead and do a round table, run it by everybody. Everybody have a say about what they're doing, what's happening.
All right, well, pick someone you want to start with.
Well, let's start with Bob Beck, because
Okay.
he's the first on the screen.
Well, we just got back from Salt Lake City and Bonneville. We were up there. We were supposed to be up there with the team, but unfortunately, our driver lives in the UK and he couldn't come in. So we went up just to say hello to a bunch of our friends and see other people up there. And then my stepdaughter and Peg's and our grandkids live up in Salt Lake City, so we spent the rest of the time up there. And we just got back a couple hours ago.
Wow.
Excellent.
Right.
Okay, getting out on the road's fun. I mean, it beats sitting around the house.
Yeah, we drove, so it was great scenery. It actually wasn't that bad a drive, even though 11 hours is today, but we made a couple of stops along the way, so it wasn't too bad. Traffic was really good.
I can't imagine driving 11 hours.
You know, I used to be a district manager for a car manufacturer. I was on the road from Monday to Friday, and it's just a lot of windshield time. It's a lot of peaceful, quiet time for me, unless Peg's talking to me. And then, hi, dear.
I drove part of the way too, so he didn't have
You
to do
did.
it. I drove 3 states. He only had to drive Utah and California.
Or 3 states for 200 miles.
Sounds equitable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it worked for
that's
us.
about right.
Yeah.
Who drives the fastest?
Yeah, well, depends. She's got more ET slips than I do.
Oh,
Looks
Anyway,
like
that's
we're,
about all for us. We've been, like I said, we've been gone for over a week.
Okay, Barney's froze again.
Hey, Jeff, your turn.
Which
Jeff Jordan?
unmute just there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Top left.
What did you say?
Your turn. What's going on?
Oh, wow. I have not had my car out of the garage in, I would say about 2, maybe 3 months, because I got a pile of sand sitting in my driveway. I'm re-landscaping the backyard, and so that's where it sits. Maybe I'll get out there in that 95 plus degree weather and shovel the sand tomorrow.
No.
what a great idea.
And then we'll send you notes in the hospital.
we'll come and visit you.
Then
don't
the
like you in the
beer will be
hospital.
flowing. But no, I need to move the sand in order to get my car out. You know what I figure I would do today is take you on a virtual tour of my room. So, I mean, you can see the fan buzzing above my head, but let me start off on this side. First off, can you see the little guy right there?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my little, I guess you call him a, let's see, one of those guys that stands next to the car. But
The mini you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I even have Volkswagens in this room here. But you can see all the. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to go around the room, and these are some old original signs that I had just over the years, and the advertising and so forth. But Debbie allowed me to create a man cave with gas and oil signs. And of course, I've got these 2 cabinets. See the 2 cabinets? I got these cabinets out of Ventura.
He's freezing up too.
Yeah.
It up with a bunch of memorabilia from various years. Then,
Lost
of
you,
course,
Jeff.
you all know that I collect compasses. So this is the compass collection here. And I've got a lot more compasses down in the garage in boxes that Debbie tells me to sell. Yeah, whenever she gets the chance. You see that Nash compass? And then, of course, you could see all these other compasses here. But yeah, I just figured I would take you on a virtual tour today to show you what I got going. And that's it for me. Back over to you, Bob.
It's whoever's next. I guess Dave Penner.
Well, I think I beat Jeff. I got my car out of the garage, but it ended up on the back of a flatbed and sent out the mechanics.
Uh-oh.
So
Been there for over 2 weeks.
yeah, took it over to GP Automotive. In I know, Rick, you mentioned JBS Automotive, but they're not working on classics anymore. So far, appears it was they're going to replace the starter, and there were some leaks in the radiator top and bottom, which they're working on. And haven't heard anything back, probably, like I said, for about a week and a half. Trying to work on it between other cars. So I'm hoping it'll get done. No further damage or reports of major work. So hopefully I'll have it back on the road.
And the guy really likes our car.
Yeah, he loves the upholstery. So he's pleased with it. So hope to get it done. And like I said, back on the road on its own power shortly.
Hey, David, you told me you were going to have it. They were going to tune it up at the same time.
Yeah. So they're going to make sure it's mechanically sound and up to snuff. So I'm not anticipating any problems. And like I said, they came back and said, "Oh, you're going to have to do such and such." So that's pretty good. Other sort of tech session separately. I don't know who went to the Automotive Museum in Newbury Park. A lot of Japanese vehicles there, but looks like. Chevy's coming up with a commercial on the Suburbans, and they have one of their cars in their collection that'll be featured. It's a 1951 Chevy Suburban, which is in pristine shape. So I think they're trying to have Suburbans from like all the years in this commercial. So a lot of at least local car in that commercial. So I'll see if I can maybe just send you the link, Rick, so maybe pull some pictures from the newsletter or video.
And just on a personal level, those of you that know our family and our kids, 2 of our 3 kids have informed us this month that they're moving to Arizona.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yes, the ones with all the babies.
Why?
Oh,
California's too expensive. They
Bigger
can
home.
only
We know that.
homes.
What?
So in about probably 3 to 5 years, we'll probably be gone too.
Of course.
Gotta go where my babies are.
What part of Arizona?
Just below Mesa, Gilbert and Chandler, around that area, Queens Creek and Santan Valley.
Wow.
Where's the nice
Well,
coast?
Dave,
We wish them well.
Yeah, it'll be a little while before that.
Yeah, my son and his wife signed their contract on their house, and it will be done in April to June of next year.
oh,
Okay.
hey,
And
Dave Penner.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Did you mention that Simi Valley Parade? I think there's one tomorrow in support of the PD there.
No,
I
in fact,
saw
I
it on
didn't,
Facebook.
not that I'd heard about. What's the deal on that, Barney?
I just saw somebody's putting together some sort of parade with cars that they want people to show up in support of the PD for Simi Valley. And I guess, if I'm not mistaken, I read it was this weekend, but I don't know much other than what I saw on Facebook.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Coachman have been doing a lot of that, and that could have been their crews.
Yeah. The only car cruise I heard about was a high-speed chase in Simi earlier this week. Where at Cochran and Yosemite guy was going about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, and he crashed.
Yeah. In a light pole.
That happens.
Stolen Honda.
Mm.
That's all I got.
Joan, I just got an update from the Road Kings. Their show is still on at this point.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay, well, how about Joan? What's been happening with you and Eric?
Not a lot with us. He's been trying to work. The 55 is running good and everything. So he started working on the El Camino, the 65 El Camino.
Yeah, I want to brag about it a little bit. Right
Yeah.
now.
And him and Jim started sanding it. And now we're looking for someplace to do the sanding or the sanding without taking the engine and trans out.
Just a
But
little bit of history.
And then he wants to tell you about the rest of what he's done, what's been done to it this month.
Yeah, like she said, the 55 is pretty much done. I just need to drive it. But the El Camino, pardon my voice, I got a problem with the vocal cords. On the El Camino, it hasn't been ran very good for a long time. So, and I want to make it my daily driver. So I put it in the shop. And I got a brand new Edelbrock intake manifold and a new Demon 625 CFM carburetor, new HEI distributor, and it runs good now. Took me a long time to finally get around to doing it and spending the money, but and it's after I get it absolutely legal, like I got to get the turn signals in up front because I snipped the wires the only way I could get it apart. But I get it on the road here pretty soon, and I can work on it while I drive it.
Good.
I think that's it.
Excellent. How about you, Russ?
Well, car-wise, not much. We're still waiting on Brian's 12-boat rear end. We went trout fishing last weekend.
Well, how was the fishing?
So-so.
So-so.
Where'd you go?
You tell him, Brian.
We went back up to Mammoth.
Oh, to the lakes?
Yeah, except the Lakes Basin, they've had that bacterial infection at the hatcheries, so they're not stocking anything. I think they had to take out like 3.5 million fish out of the hatcheries.
Uh-oh.
So it's pretty slow up there. And then, of course, where there are fish, that's where everybody is. So we went to a couple spots, and it's absolutely mobbed.
What lake did they take the fish out of?
No, just the hatcheries. They had to kill them off.
Oh, the
they
hatcheries.
Couldn't figure out.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're not stocking lakes. And you don't stock lakes, then people don't fish the lakes, and they go for wherever fish may be. And so we went to the Owens. Owens was pretty crowded. Went to Hot Creek. Hot Creek was crowded. So just had to get there early. Get your parking spot. Get your
Silver
spot in the
Lake.
water. Yeah.
And it was crowded. Oh, what a joke.
Yeah, everybody was using Silver Lake shoreline like it was like the beach. It's just wall to
No
wall
face
people.
mask, no 6 foot.
Yeah, nothing. But I was going to ask, did anybody do that Caneo Cars and Coffee? Anybody go out to I think they went out to the harbor. They were going to do a run, and then it ended up being a lunch thing. I didn't know if anybody ended up doing that. It was a week or so ago.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Okay.
How about Rick and Debbie? What's going on?
I haven't done anything to the truck since the last time we talked. So
Oh, no.
Well, I got the carburetor back on, got it all hooked up and whatever, and just got to get it started and see how it's going, see if I got any leaks in the fuel lines, but multiple fuel lines, as you know. But I haven't done really much to it.
How's your back?
My back and my hip are still sore. I went to PT. They gave me exercises. It's slowly getting better. It's been 3 months now, and but I'm moving around. That's about all. We sent our 22-year-old granddaughter off to college the other day. the other granddaughter's heading back to college next week. So.
And that's grandson.
And our grandson's going to Ventura College taking welding.
Being online classes.
It's pretty good because most of his classes are online, but he's taking welding. So that should be interesting.
Yeah.
I like
But
it.
he's got some, they're going to take him in there and they're going to do some, he has to go to the campus and actually do some welding, but he's got to take all his state requirements and all that's online. I would just wish he would have learned how to weld, you know, like maybe 15 years ago when he was three or 4 years old.
3 or 4.
I could have used
Yeah.
it then.
Exactly. When you can use it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, same with my grandson. He's learning all this technical car stuff, but I have no need for him now.
Got to buy another car.
And exactly.
We're getting in the business of trading up the next one. Sure that.
Okay, and we all froze again. How about David and Lisa? What's going on?
Your car.
Car. Well, I've got my car out of the garage. Not necessarily by choice, because last week I was home, wasn't feeling well, and I was in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I felt a thump that shook the house, and I thought maybe we were having a little bit of an earthquake up here, because we've had a couple things going on up here, and nothing happened after that, so I didn't take too much of attention to it. And my next door neighbor came out and he says, "Do you see that?" And I'm like, "See what?" And then he goes, "Your tree fell." Well, we've got a big oak tree that's in the front, and it split in half. So the whole tree didn't fall. Half the tree fell. Eric, if you're familiar with my mom's house, that oak tree that's in the front, or the pine tree that's in the front there, this oak tree is just about like that with that branch off to the side.
They know about it. Remember, they're here.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
remember the branch that was over the driveway. The big branch that was going across over the driveway. So that broke off. The
Where
tree.
you used to park the truck.
Well,
sometimes, yeah.
And I've been working on that pontoon boat up here. So I had the pontoon boat where the truck was at, and I had the truck down in the driveway at the circular portion. And I've had it parked there for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And for whatever reason, last Saturday, I decided, well, I'm just going to put the boat back over by the gate and put the truck back next to the motorhome where I had it before. And it just so happened when that tree fell, it would have fell right on top of the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been the end of the truck. So,
But wait a minute. How did you get the 56 out? Because it hasn't been running like up to where it needed to go.
well, the 56 runs right now. It just needs a fan. Everything else is
that's
working.
right.
So I can drive it until it starts getting hot, and then I have to shut it off.
Did you tell them what you've done to it?
It was in the newsletter.
Oh, okay.
So I managed to get it out in the street, and we've got a little turnaround area at the end on our street, and I just kind of drove to that point, and I'd say it's probably either competitive or has more power than Jim's Mustang.
Wow.
And that's got a lot of power.
What about compared to Barney's hot rod?
No, my hot rod's a wimp.
So it runs well. As you saw in the newsletter, there was quite a bit of stuff that I did with that thing, and it's running well now. So it's got a fan on it, then we can drive it.
We want to go to the drive-in theater that they have almost every night out here. That's the goal, is we have to get to the drive-in.
That would be fun with the classic.
Like that.
Yep.
But I can understand now why back in the 50s and all that, with these cars, when you go to the drive-in, people end up in the back seat because you really can't see the movie because you look out the windshield and half the screen is cut off. So that's going to be interesting.
My father's right there.
I know, that's who I'm talking to.
Yeah, I know. And the windows are all fogged up. And
They never went to the drive-in in the 55.
It's not too late.
Yeah.
Not at $80 a pop.
a real quick side joke. I drove the 55 out of the cul-de-sac. I stopped to talk to the neighbor, and she puts her arms on the windowsill and looks up at the headliner. She said, "Yep, I've seen a lot of those."
If anybody wants to get nostalgia, you can borrow my drive-in movie speakers and just park in your own driveway and turn out the lights.
Okay.
We have a video of doing just that. We didn't have the speakers, but we sat in the back seat. My wife's giving me the look. We had it on Facebook. A friend of mine did a little vignette about, okay, we're locked up. What do we do? So he sat behind the wheel of his car and made car noises, like he's accelerating and racing. I said, there's better things to do. So we got in the back seat and we did a video.
Not for publication.
Oh, it's on Facebook. It's all over.
Okay.
I'll have to check it out.
It was G-rated.
Oh.
From what they could see, yeah.
It was G-rated.
Yeah, oh, gee.
Spoken like a wife.
I miss anybody?
Yeah, Miss.
How about you, Barney?
No,
Mr. Swanson's.
no, they
Oh,
talked.
no. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think but I didn't hear a lot of the conversation. Sorry about that.
I'm recording it, Barney. I can try and send it to you.
Okay.
So Barney, what are you doing with your car?
What am I doing with my car? Just wiping it down, taking it down to the grocery store every once in a while and trying to convince my grandson that it's okay to ride in a hot rod. He's definitely afraid to get in it right now. And we bought a brand new booster seat to get in the car and he just won't do it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, he loves the car. He loves them. He loves them all. He makes me lift the hoods of the cars every time he comes over, and then he goes and look at the engines and looks at the jacks them up like a NASCAR guy with.
I think he froze again.
Yeah, we lost Barney.
Yeah, our grandson, who's almost 2, last a week or so ago, we were out to visit with him, and we were outside, and he decided he wanted to, came over to my car. It was a car, wanted to go in, so open the back door, he climbs in. Then he climbs into the front seat, and I get him with him, and then he's behind the steering wheel, grinning from ear to ear. Love being in the car, so.
That's his daily driver, not the Chevy.
Yeah, not the Chevy. So I think he's ready to take off. He only has to wait another, 14 years to get his license.
That's to drive legally.
Yeah, that's the point, legally.
That's up to his dad, who's a police officer, so we'll see.
There you go. Does anybody have any other business we need to conduct?
Nope.
No.
Now talk.
You want to get back to your getaway?
Open a bottle of wine for us, Barney.
Enjoy it.
He's frozen
It's
again.
frozen again.
Yeah.
Enjoy. We enjoyed going up to Solvang and Los Olivos and all of that part in early July, and I guess we're going to go up to Moonstone Beach for October. Dave's got some vacation that he has to take, so I think we're going to go up there, and we'll probably go into Paso and do some wine tasting there.
Yay.
Sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, hopefully by October, we might be opened up a little bit more.
We'll still have to we had to make reservations for every place in Los Olivos and Solvang and everything, but it was fine. We did great. It was fun.
Yeah, we went up to Fest Parker and did our wine shipment pickup. And, like Barney's saying, you have to have reservations, which we didn't have. But we just bought a bottle of wine and had a couple of glasses, but they made us park in the yonder field underneath some shade tree away from the winery because they had all these reservations and they didn't want to be in violation of the state and county codes. But, at least to get out, drive up there, have a glass of wine, and then head home.
Yeah. Well, we went to Brook Farm,
Excuse me.
to Zaca Mesa, and to where else?
Andrew Murray.
Andrew Murray, and then
All of which we belong to now.
and then had a great meal at Ballard Inn at the gathering table. So maybe something to consider next year when we have look for Solvang.
Oh, that gathering table is the best. And actually, the chef came out and started talking to us and was all excited about his specials. And Dave ended up eating one of his specials, which was goat.
Oh.
It was good. I tasted it. Very good.
I've had this craving ever since for tin cans.
No, you haven't.
What can I say?
No, he doesn't eat tin cans. Crazy boy.
All right.
We gotta go eat dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna have to throw this on somebody else. My phone is just breaking up so bad. I have no clue where we are in this conversation.
Well, I think
Who did we just lose?
Dave
Okay.
Penner.
Barney, I can send you the address for our garage
Okay.
where we can meet. And then, what was it, Peg? Was it Los Posas that the coachman used? You got to turn your phone, your microphone back on, Peg.
What do you mean, Las Posas to gather or where?
Well, to get over to Oxnard Boulevard to get to the garage, they can do a back run from Camarillo out.
Oh, well, yeah, well, or up in TO, they could go across Lynn Road down Potrero and down the back way.
And that takes a nice curvy route through the mountains in the back.
Road and up and you can get over that way. So like Lynn Road down to Potrero, down the back way into Oxnard, and then you can take and get on like Rice Road and then get over. I can send some directions.
We're right over by where the Mullins Museum is.
Right. I figure we can do something of that nature. I was thinking starting a little further east, like in Simi Valley or out a little
Yeah,
further.
you guys can do that.
Yeah, you can start wherever you want, and then we'll give you the address. You can plan a route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a winner.
And then we got a barbecue there we can use, and we can all gather. We've been having other car club meetings there as well, and you can keep as much distance or as little distance as you want. And we won't be bothered. We're behind the street, so no one can see us or anything.
Yeah, we haven't been bothered over there.
Sounds like a winner.
Okay.
Sounds
Oh, with
good.
that, I have
Just don't do
nothing
it
to
next week.
We calling it quits?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It was nice to see everybody. Hello.
Yes, it was.
Always nice.
I think I saw more of you tonight than I did when you were down here a few weeks ago, Lisa.
Probably so. That was a rough weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too
we
much
can do
work.
this once in a while. We don't have to wait for a club meeting to Skype or
Zoom,
whatever
Yeah.
this is.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
All right, guys.
thank you, Bob, for putting this
See
together.
y'all.
Not a problem. Anytime you guys want, we can do it.
Thanks,
Thank
Bob.
you.
Barney,
Thank you.
Barney, do you have access to Dropbox?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I will send this to you on Dropbox.
Okay.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank
Bye,
you all.
everyone.
Thank
See you
you.
guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.